What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at the hand history. So let's get started. So, good. Okay, hold.
That's how I did it.
So open, 3-bet. Call, cold call. Okay, call. 2 aces, not very good. C-bet. All right, that's fine. Call, call. I'm getting extremely worried here. I don't know about this bet here. What do you guys think?
Check. Check the kings there.
Yeah, I would check probably the turn. Or can you just ship it in? Ay, 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 ay.
This might work. Even ace 10 has to fold, right? Ace jack.
Okay, okay.
Turn probably a range check.
Can we go back to the turn?
Yeah.
He fired again. I would probably check here after you bet and then they both call.
Yeah, multi-way.
Yeah. Another thing that I don't like is the small size. Do we even generate fold equity with this bet? Like, what's folding? What's calling flop and then folding turn on this size?
Yeah, so yeah.
Jacks are not folding. Even tens are not folding. Like,
Well, I want them to call, right, with tens and jacks. And if this guy, the big blind, cold calls the 3-bet, so I'm thinking already he is going to be, like a fish.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
gonna call down for 200 big blinds with an unbuffer, 2 aces.
yeah, but they also have traps as well. With
Yeah,
ace
so
X.
I don't like this turn. I think I would check and then capture the bluff sometimes. And then pray for check check on the river. I think that's the best route. Because now you're just losing your stack against an ace X every time. And I don't think you get called by worst hands here.
By queens, by jacks, if he calls the 3-bet, do you think then he folds jacks?
I think like queens almost always like cold 4-bet. They're not really gonna like cold call.
Yeah, but then like all underpairs. I'm thinking if he's calling the 3-bet, right? That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Frank is saying, I think it's a bit of an overplay here.
Range check turn.
Yeah, could be. I wasn't that confident about it.
Yeah. I like that.
That was kind of my
I like
thought process.
I like the c-bet on the flop. I think that's okay. But turn is a very spicy one. Then the river is even way too spicy.
On turn, you're saying Frank or what?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Yeah, I like the squeeze. Check. On this pair board, you don't really want like I would bet probably like 10 or 20% pot, so like one or two big blinds, something like that. Okay, you get an ace. Half pot is okay.
I would go bigger.
Okay, how much would you go?
I would go like 70%, which would be like 14 bigs.
And then you would continue on river?
Depends on the river card.
Triple barrel is
On a
so
break,
play.
on a break, you would then triple barrel it?
Ace 10, yeah, I would.
Think so as well.
Like ace 9, I would maybe consider checking.
Okay, I like the lead here.
Yep.
I think you should probably bet again on this river because the nine is a bit of a brick. And then when he just like checks back the flop and then just like calls the turn, I think he's very, very capped. So I think you almost always have the best hand. But I think this is a spot where you should probably go 4 big, something like that.
Yep.
fold. So fold. Fold. 2. Okay, we get a jack, check back, I like it. 4 bigs, we're gonna call at least once, okay? And check, I think we check back here, no need to go for 10 value. That's a little bit thin, but sure. I would personally open here, but it's close. Is there a deuce on the flop? No deuce, okay.
So good people decision.
Check, check. I think you need to bet big on the turn. Especially leading on a 4 here from the big blind is pretty good. Okay, the queen is like somewhat irrelevant. It doesn't hit his range too much. It hits it a little bit. I think I would block here again, like 4 bigs. And I would mark this guy like when he makes this call on the turn, like he literally called you with like gut shot to over. So I think he likes to call a lot. He limp ISO.
No, it was just an open from me, I think, right?
Okay. Check, check, bet big, fold. Yeah. Okay, 5 bigs, call. Nah, either way, you could call, you could fold. I'll probably fold here. Okay, open, 3 bet extremely small, very deep, easy call. It's a $11, what is it called? The Prologue, series tournament on PokerStars. Okay, so check, bet half pot, we just fold, I think.
Was heads up pot?
Yeah, but it was a 3 bet pot.
Oh yeah.
I would pill once.
And check raising that flop with queen nine would be burning money.
Yeah, well, for that sizing, it would be if you bet small. I love it.
And we could raise to 15 or something.
We don't check raise big. So solver would mostly click if it plays.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, so telling G1. Okay, sure.
3 bet.
I think you're so deep here. I like to limp a lot these kind of hands because if you make it 4, he 3 bets you, you're kind of stuck out of position. Those suited hands, I limp a lot here.
One question to Greg: do you limp any ace-x hands here?
Lots of, but yeah, lots of the suited ones.
The suited ones.
Offsuit, I like to raise. Same with kings.
It should be opposite. You limp offsuit and you raise suited.
What? What are you saying?
It should be opposite.
So what it should be? I don't.
You raise suited and limp offsuit.
What do you think, Louis? Don't you want to fold out with the offsuit ones and then play post flop with suited?
My rule of thumb, okay, my conception of the small blind strategy, whenever you're 100 big blinds deep, 80% of the range plus is going to be limping, and even the things that are raising have some limps in them. It's going to be a very heavy limp strategy. I would limp a lot of suited hands, but if Artois says so, maybe he's right.
Yeah, but in general, wouldn't you want to limp with suited ones and raise offsuit? To not play post flop or with offsuit and play post flop with suited?
I would lean towards limping more with suited hands.
Yes,
But
I agree.
Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look.
Oh, bro. So you raise suited tens, and that's it, and you're good, and everything
Yeah.
else you can win.
Exactly, right? That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, like what is this? And offset hands will not perform good. You play big pot out of position, it's not gonna perform very deep.
Yeah, maybe so deep. Yes, yes. I'm kind of thinking like in general. But
No,
it's like
we're
30 big
saying
blind.
about this spot. We're
Mhm.
not saying 10 big blind, 20, 50. We are very deep and we build strategy where you open suited tens and
See, this
on
is
visit open
what I have
tens.
in mind. Like even aces limb, ace king majority limb. So like you could simplify here. Like it's like only 11% is raising, and then 80% is limping.
But look at ace four suited.
Yeah,
This is the most raised hand in this chart.
yeah, it's
Oh
like
no, I had ace deuce. I had ace deuce.
ace
Okay.
deuce, and then so
But it raises yes more
like,
suited.
like Arturas was saying, like suited tens and better. It's usually a good.
A question to Greg. If you raise ace four suited and then big blind re-raises you, what's your response?
I call snap call, and I love it.
I think you're supposed to three bet it. No, is it three bet or whatever the raise is, right? Re-raise it.
So when you make it four and he just calls, I think this is a decent board for you. I think I would see bet here a little bit. Like those two high cards are pretty good for you. So like check folding, I don't think is good here. I think I would do like stop the flop and then stop the turn.
Even though I have like no equity on this board and nothing at all.
Yeah, it's a bit exploitative. So here, I think you could consider calling.
Mhm.
Okay, good size. Checking here, you're way too deep to be checking. King eye is great for you. And then I would always see bet the third here because say goes check, check. If you lose one street, it's gonna be almost impossible to play for stacks, right? So like, yeah, you see check, check. Then he has hands like, I don't know, queen 10 of clubs that want to call, jack 10, pocket eights. So, yeah. So I would have stopped the flop 1/3 probably, I think. Yeah, you see, this is like you want to like see bet 10 here, and then the pot is going to be 50. And from there, you see bet the turn 30, and then the pot is going to be 30, like 90 big blinds, and then you're going to have like 50 behind. It's much cleaner to get it in. Right? Whereas now your river bet is just like a monster bet, right?
So you don't drop at all on flop.
No, not in
With
three bet
nothing?
pot, not in three bet pots. You should always lean towards like when you three bet, you should see bet most of the time here.
Yes, most of the time, but sometimes you drop.
No, I would not.
Okay,
I would not.
I
I would.
understand that.
I would-
But the chart probably. I mean, I'm sure it drops.
I would be surprised, honestly. Let's see. What is
Out
it?
of position.
So you are 100 deep. Big blind versus button. Button raise. Big blind three bet. Button call. And then you have, I said button call. Then you have a king clubs 7-5. What? Button raise. Big blind call. Oh, see 80 big blinds. Button raise. Big blind call, 3-bet. Button call. Then king of club was 5 of diamonds. Then, no, 7 of diamonds. 5 of spade. I think it's just a range bet. Yeah, you don't
Mhm.
wrap at all. It's just like a range bet. And I think it's gonna be like that, like in most flops. You just wanna like see bet small, like what is it, like how much checking here? Like there is 40% check, but you check a lot like
On in general.
yeah, across all boards, 40% checking, but it's like monotone boards. It's gonna be like low boards, and then it's gonna be like ace king kind of boards, I think. But like you see, like a lot of monotone boards, right? And then from here, it's like 50-50. And then as an exploit, I think people way overfold when you 3-bet and see that. The trick used to work a lot, not that long ago. Now it's a little bit closer, but yeah, in general, try to be betting more than checking here. Almost every time. Works good as an exploit. So yeah. And especially like when you get like ace high or king high, those are the really like great board for you. Here I think you could consider 3-betting.
Yeah,
Nice.
good.
Okay, I would make it half pot here. Yeah, you should never check this one. Ah, what's with the raise here? I think you need to fold. I don't think you're ever good here.
I think I fold. And hated it.
Yeah.
And I think I lost what I remember.
Yeah, whenever people raise the river, like it's always very, very netted. So I would bet this turn and then probably bet the river. But with this line, the river raise, I'm always folding here.
Oh no, I won.
Okay,
What a fish.
yeah. Yeah, Sunday, right?
I'm never
That's
folding river
really
because we under-repped the turn. But I'm never under-repping turn either, so
Yeah, the thing is, river raise are so under bluff. Like, who's gonna like call your 3-bet with Jack 8 and then do that kind of
Actually,
line?
wasn't bluffing.
Yeah. that's
I
terrible.
think he turned it into a bluff. He has like he should be folding 3.
Yeah, he had Jack 8 offsuit, so
It
who
should-
knows what he was.
And then like
doing.
this call here is so sus. A very suspicious call here. Like, what is he? You know,
What a guy.
yeah. So $11 on PokerStars on Sunday morning is yeah. So this kind of board, you want to bet smaller. Should you see bet mono?
No, I'm from big blind. I'm big blind, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like calling. I like 3-betting sometimes. Check bet fold. Fine. Those pair of boards, I like to see bet a little bit too much, but you're against a small blind and
The Jack is a 9.
yeah,
Right?
Jack 9 hits his range pretty hard, so it's okay, I guess. After I check twice, though, probably fine to stab. 1-4 call. Okay, check. See bet. Yeah. Turn will pick up equity. You could barrel again. Over betting, I don't know. I don't think it's if it's a thing here. Blind v blind looks like a bit ambitious. I like the C bet. On the turn though, I think I would go like 7 or 8 big blinds at most.
Morning.
Like,
Because it's
Say
not.
good morning.
Oh, Good morning, Mr. Coulter. So I would probably bet 7 or 8 because I don't think there's a lot of over betting blind v blind here.
Why not?
It's just not a big part of the strategy, I think.
Mhm.
And we could verify. That's it. Small blind limp, make it raise, he calls, and then you get ace of club, 9 of hearts, then 3 SP.
I think Queen Jack's gonna check here, a huge amount on the turn.
So check, check. And then you bet, what is it? Queen jack suited, bet small. Bet a little bit bigger than that, but sure, he calls. And king has spade, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So king has spade,
Check.
checks.
26%, 150%.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Queen Jack
The most
suited.
used sizing
yeah,
by
but,
far.
yeah, but you
Check.
do it with like top pairs, right? And then bluffs, right? And then not really like those middling hands.
Jack 10 suited is what?
Yeah.
On this board. What was? Yeah, it's a.
Yeah. So yeah, no, the sizing was good actually. Good sizing, but
Like my thought process is we are so deep and I'm uncapped that there's an ace and a king. So I figured that the big size might be, I think.
Oh.
This is kind of what I was thinking.
I think you missed an open here.
Well,
We are raise.
Even
no.
so deep.
It's ace nine, ace eight.
Ah, you don't raise here, Chris.
No, ace eight's the open there. Ace eight off plus.
Chris, you'd raise an ace with a potato. We've
Oh,
seen-
it's not,
Let's see.
we've
not
seen you play, Chris.
yeah. No, I'm folding, man.
So
Fold is good.
I jack,
I don't know. Let's see.
it's like ace eight,
But was it hijack?
but then
Yeah.
that's small, that's good.
Hmm.
Open 3 bet, easy call. No club, I don't think you can continue without a club here. Oh,
Oh,
so it's really short, right?
I
But
think we still have to continue here. At least one street.
Russian, let's see, let's verify.
Maybe could raise that.
MTT, what is it? Look,
I don't
have
know.
a look.
Call.
Under the one
Never folding.
and big blind. And then
Gun
the
hurt.
ace. Jack of hearts, 4 spade.
Yeah. I mean, raising should be fine or calling, but I think folding is too tight.
Check. See that small. Then queen 9 with the heart. Ah, there's a sliver of folding, so probably fine. Fold in. And so fold. Alright. Easy fold. And see that. Fold.
Hmm. Nice.
I think I'm raising here. Yeah. You should probably not check here because you stack every 5 in his range, right? And then think about him, okay? If he has a 10 here and then a king rolls off, or an ace rolls off, any scare card for the 10, or like for pocket 7, you want to protect him. And then you also stack every 5, so I would never check here. After
Bet
you
you-
check raise, you just bet again. Like 8 or 9, something like this, and then he just rejams and then you call. Because now SPR is 1, it's you're just making it tough for him for you to get stacks here. See, now he can just like if he has a 10, now he gets scared with the king, he would get scared on an ace. And then whenever like he calls your check raise, for sure he has equity here, right? And then this equity, this 10 especially, is never gonna get scared by 9. So then if he has a hand like 8-7, you know, he's gonna like he could call here, whereas he's never calling on a brick river, right? So
So you never check value here,
no.
but you have to check some value every time, right?
I kind of disagree here. You just want to stack his 5s, and then you want to protect him from like nasty turn, nasty river. Yeah, just a bet small, something like this, like Frank
Yep.
is.
Yep.
But I'm never checking there.
Nope.
So you drop too much on spots that don't make sense from what I've seen now. And then you get to the river and then the SPR is like nasty. And then people can make like easy calls or easy folds depending on like, okay, I think that's all. You know what? That's a little bit too much. Okay, if it was like 19 big blinds, it would be fine. But 22 bigs, I think it's a little bit too much. You just want to min raise and then probably call his jam. Because he's
The
jam.
big blinds, but
Yeah.
the small blind fold the jam.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's with 22 bigs effective here. It's a little bit too much to be open jamming.
But when I open and then he jams, he folds.
The small blind?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thought process, right? That
Yeah.
I don't want to get jammed up.
Oh well,
Here.
it doesn't matter if you get jammed on. It's fine.
Yeah, but that's kind of my idea for doing that.
Yeah, that's
Not
what
to
I'm
get
saying.
jammed on by small blind.
Well, you have to face the music. I think it's much better to open and then face the music.
And
Then
the big blind jam, I also don't love it. But I have to call it.
well, the big blind, if you min raise, is jamming every ace-6,
Yeah.
right? And you're ahead of a bunch of those, right? Whereas when you jam yourself, he's never calling with much worse, right? So it's just like it's the tougher place to min raise, but at this effective stack, I think it's better to like it's precision, right? If he has 19, 18, it's fine to open jam. But at 22, it's just a little bit too much to be open jamming, I guess, I think. Am I wrong thinking I would raise here?
Well, looking on the next last chart, I mean, now I'm pretty confident with the ace deuce, right?
Really confident that
Ace
That's
5.
all.
Ace 5 there.
If the last thing was what why you put 20
are
big
you
blinds?
because you have 20 here and 22.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
cutoff
yeah.
Louis, not button.
Sure, but I think still
Yeah, I didn't see that 20.
Let's cut it off. It's Ace 5, Lonnie.
a little bit off, but when you're trying to steal, I think it's better to be a little bit looser. Because you can like steal the big blinds and then I think like when you're attacking, it's good to be either on point or a little bit looser. And then when you're defending, it's better to be over folding, basically. More attack, less defense. These dudes, look at that. They're nuts.
Yeah.
So at this stack depth, I don't think you bet big very much. I think it's range bet, but I don't think you get to size up very much. 22 effective here. So size down a little bit. Very close. I think it depends on the guy here. I could see myself folding against the NTS players, but I think against an average shove here, we're pretty early in the game. It could be close to a call, right? Pretty call, I like it. And then it hits the king, sure. And raise, 3-bet, easy fold. Jack eight, very, very deep. I think I'm checking back here a lot. Think on this spot, you want to be more polar. So you want to raise with like better hands and worse hands. This is just like in the middle, right? Small blind limp, big blind, Jack eight, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, but on queen eight, those cards.
in my mind, like you want to raise like better hands and then worse hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like those that are really not really playable. Then
How about king eight? It raises 100%.
yeah, you got Jack eight here. You know?
Yeah, but king eight is bad as well, right?
Well,
Because king nine, king 10, king jack calls, right?
this is like usually it's just like a polar range. You know, like also you're very deep, right? So just junk, then the best hands, then some suited stuff as well. Okay, again, you're checking back with top pair. I don't know if I like it. Then, yeah. I think I would have bet the flop because like there's many bad cards for you. And then I'm not checking back here very much. Um, 30 effective. So I'm torn here between raising and then because you have a 5 in your hand, okay? So whenever you have a deuce, a 3, a 4, like the 5 is like borderline, but you're blocking the folds here from him, right?
By having a 5.
Yeah. Whenever you have a 3, a deuce, a 4, or a 5 in your hand, you're blocking his folds. So let's see what the machine does.
So I personally have a pretty easy rule here, which is not always true, but I would go with 7 offsuit plus and then 6 suited and below.
I don't know
And
about that one.
yeah,
It's really like the key here, like those deuce, 3, 4, you block the folds. Then the 5, you need like a king or an ace, kind of. But sure. And then yeah, like Frank says, there's some really cool exploit that you can do. You can like limp any 2 here and then stop the flop. And that works pretty well. I'll show you, somebody made a pretty good video about that. Okay, so again, you need to be aware of effective stack, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen what he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't like the 3x open pre
Yeah,
against
me
short
neither.
stacks.
Me neither.
Look at Arturas.
The small blind exploit video. Do you want?
Yeah, Arturas wants it. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
suspicious.
So I think you
Oh.
either need to call or 3-bet here.
Yes.
No,
Easy squeeze.
I
never
agree.
fold.
I don't like.
And the queen, no queen in the deck, so yeah. You fight back immediately after and you get punished. I would always raise here.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, definitely a raise here. Okay, I like it. Church. Ooh, what a river. Ace from space.
Not good.
You're missing a lot of opens, man. Like pre-flop spots, you're not supposed to be missing those at all. Okay, this is probably fine.
Yeah, so do you think I could have raised there?
Well, it's close.
What with the ace? I'm saying.
Yeah, it's close. You could jam, you could call. I think it's either way. And then, yeah, like Frank is saying, the queen jack here.
Yes, yes. For this is not a standard 3-bet, but I thought
Yeah.
that it's something like this might happen.
Yeah. The thing is, like, you don't get better queens to fold, right? You don't get
Yeah.
any better hands to fold. And then this is probably a good spot to take from the small blind. From the big blind, like, yeah, I want to realize I can get it. Thanks, Frank. But
I have a question about that queen jack spot. So we are like almost chip leader versus a middling stack. Let's assume this is close to the bubble. Do we raise wide against middle stacks for bubble pressure?
well, you could, but you'd really want to have a blocker to the reshoves if you did, right? So like ace
Yeah,
five
ace or king,
offsuit,
yeah.
ace three offsuit, ace deuce offsuit, because those 5, 4, 3s and deuce, they don't block his folding range, right? So, and then you have a good blocker to against the reshove. So, and then like from the big blind here, you want to like use like those king 5 off, king 4 off, a big blocker, and then a kicker that doesn't block the folding range.
I raise this every time to 5.5.
Yeah, another spot that you missed. A lot of pre-flop that you missed. Close. I think I would bet smaller here.
Yep.
Very close. You guys racing here?
What
What
was it?
was the hand? You're clicking too fast.
No.
One pin. ISO. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like the sizing.
Yeah, I think I would size down a little bit, but it's just like you're nitpicking in one big line.
Okay, there's no heart, so it's fine.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh.
Close, I think I call here.
Yep.
It's very close. Either way.
Pipes win.
I would probably raise here. You guys raise? What did I call?
Absolutely.
What was it?
Queen jack off.
I think it's a mix. We can mix.
Yeah, it's a raise.
Do we know how deep we are in the tournament right now?
I'm guessing in the money at this point. I would want you to bet here every time. You limp any two on a small blind, and then you bet one on every single flop. And then from the big blind, okay, you can either ISO or check back, but whenever the guy checks, you bet one every single time. Okay, because people overfold versus GTO. They 2x overfold what they should be doing. Like GTO is like I think it was like from the video I've seen, I think it was like 57 or 50% of the time where people should be continuing. And then they continue like 25% of the time. So you're just printing when you're c betting here. Like they were like running ICR bots that were just like betting 90% of the time, and they were just like crushing everybody just with that. So and it's an easy fix. Like you just bet limp any two and bet one, and then go forward from there. Again, I think you're a little bit too deep to be three betting all in here. I would like either like a little squeeze to 6 or 7, or just a call, either way. But I think like 25 here, you're just a tad too deep to be.
I think even for like 30 jumps, no small blind.
Yeah, not really, man.
The ace-5 does, right? Nice 4.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but this is 25, like usually like especially those 6, 7, 8, because you block the bottom of the range, right? And then even then, like you see like 50% call, and then I don't know, like 10% three bets, right? Just the infamous ace deuce that you can jam because the deuce unblock the folds, right? But overall, you need to memorize this, okay? You have a 5, a 4, a 3, you unblock the folds, and then you have a big blocker, so you can three bet here.
So I don't know what you're saying. Let's say it again with the chart.
Okay, check this out. Whenever you have a 3, a 4, or a 5 in your hand,
Yeah.
okay, you're unblocking his raises, right? So like he never has a 3, a 4, or a 5. So you're unblocking the hands that he could have that he would muck against you, right? So he's not opening any deuce 3 or 4. Okay, he has like ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4, king deuce, king 3, king 4, but that's it. He doesn't open like 9-4, 8-4, 7-4, Alright, so if you have a deuce, a 3 or a 4, you're not blocking Jack 6, 10 6. Because when you 3-bet him, this is what you're targeting, right?
So you just don't want to have a 5 a 6.
You don't want to block the bottom of his range with your low card. Okay? You definitely
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
have an 8 in your hand. Because you want him to be opening king 8 and then folding to your 3-bet. So if you have an 8 in your hand, you're kind of screwed, right? So those hands, the deuce, a 3, a 4, even a 5, okay, you unblock the fold from him and then have a big blocker. Have an ace blocker, king blocker, queen blocker. That means you're blocking his best hands and you're unblocking his folds. So this here is like printing when you 3-bet. So you're getting deep in the game. You're against late position, so it's close. But I think I'm starting to defend tighter and tighter here. So you cover him. I mean, you don't have much risk premium. So
You're
I
saying the deeper you run in the tournament, the tighter you defend.
yes, definitely. And then the stone floor, okay, against like most players would be queen 10. You can never fold queen 10 here. And then you
Start
start
to cut off.
yeah, you start to crank it up. Okay, so like the shorter you get, the deeper you get in the game, you start to like defend. Like definitely never defending queen 6 here. Queen 7 probably not defending. Queen 8 it's kind of close. Okay, queen 9 is kind of close. It's close because you're against late position, right? And against early positions, probably queen 10. But this is very, very marginal. Yeah, we go. Okay, no problem. I don't think you can fold here pocket file. You're 30.
Yes, now I want to call it as well. Looking at it.
Yeah, 30 deep. You can set mine and then play the button in position, stab many flops. Yeah. Oh, wait. What happens? Okay, fold, right? 10 deuce, we don't play. Okay, limp check. He checks. I would bet here very often because when he limps and then he checks, for the reasons I told you earlier, you're just printing when you stop here. When you stop, he calls. The 5 is great for you. So
How is it great when he called, when he tried to call me? Doesn't he have a lot of 5s?
who has the most 5s there?
Well, he does because he checked, called the middle pair on the flop.
Yes, okay, he does have a few 5s, but the 5 is a key card for the big one.
How?
It's just a great card for the big one. Every time you have a 4, a 5, a 6, or a 7, okay, those are like the best cards possible for the big one. So, and then you see like you have a bunch of straights, and then he really doesn't have much of like 10-5 off, for example, okay, or like 10-4 off that could have a straight draw, and then like he doesn't really play like I don't know, like 5-4 offsuit or 5 deuce offsuit, whereas you have the whole range.
Well, he limped.
Yeah,
But doesn't he have the whole range?
no, people don't limp with any 2 here. Like he's never limping with 5 deuce off here, right?
Yeah.
So you have a lot
He
more.
has a lot of stuff. I don't know if how.
He has a lot of stuff, you're right,
Yeah,
but
and a lot of 5s.
he doesn't, he still doesn't have the bottom of the range here.
Let's see who has more 5s.
What is it, 30 effective? Like this is what I'm saying, you know?
Well, could you play the whole hand and see if he actually has
Well,
so little 5s and I have so many? After he checked, called the flop.
look at this spot here, okay? And then imagine that people are gonna be over folding.
Yeah, but check out all these offsuit fives.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
of them limped.
yeah, that's the
All of
floor,
them.
that's floor at GTO, okay? But people don't do that, okay? Most people, they don't really play 10-5 off, 9-5 off, 8-5 off. They don't really play 10-3 off, 10-4 off. So in my mind, they way overfold versus GTO. So like you're not playing a perfect range, right? And then you in the counterpart, you have literally every single thing when he limps. Everything. The whole full enchilada.
Well, yeah, but it three bets a lot of those, or it raises a lot of those fives, right? I mean, not that I do it, but looking at the chart, it looks like he has even more fives. Three.
Yeah, but you don't seem to understand the point here. The point is, in general, whenever like there's a 4, a 5, a 6, or a 7, it's much better for the big one. It's much better for the big one.
Honestly, still, I wouldn't go on thinking that I have pre-flop more fives than he does after pre-flop action,
Okay,
or way more fives.
so do you
To
understand?
the point that I would like deviate hard.
Do you think people are playing perfect GTO?
No, but I wouldn't just assume that they have like
Okay.
very little fives and I
Okay,
have.
so
yeah.
so if they don't play perfect GTO, this is the bottom of the range, right? Right, it's like the worst of the worst, right? You agree?
Yeah.
And then people are gonna.
Just look and
this-
see if it bets, Louis, because I would bet the 10-2 as well. But I would bet it because I don't have any equity in the hand. You can't win if you don't bet. But see what Peak does, or Wizard, or whatever you're using. I think it bets the 10-2 on the turn.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm trying to get Greg to understand, like, this is the floor, okay? The floor of the range. And this is the first place where people are gonna make mistakes.
He understands. He
I would
just
probably fold
disagrees.
those two. Like 10-5, 9-5 on the flip.
Exactly. That's
But there
what-
are a lot of other fives. I mean, of course, the offsuit ones are the most, you know.
Yeah, he has some, but I think you have much more here.
But even after he check calls the flop, and this is the bottom, the middle pair.
Yeah,
This has to be a bet here.
yeah.
On turn, you're saying this has to be a bet?
Yeah.
The guest?
Yeah.
I'll be.
So I would do it. I think it would be a good strategy. Ace 5-3.
Yeah, just in my mind, anytime there is a bad call and then the board pairs, it's very bad for the aggressor and good for the caller.
Yeah, but you're
This
not
is
the
just a
aggressor here. You
heuristic.
check back.
No, I stopped the flop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And then the middle card pairs on turn. So in my mind, that's always very bad for the aggressor and very good for the caller. To the point where it like checks range very often, the aggressor.
I don't know about that. It's a good heuristic when you start like from pre-flop. So okay, so bet call and then the 5 of spade. Checks range. And you see, look at your range, like you're 50% betting here.
10-2 bets, yeah.
And then like you have the best 5, you have so many 5s, right? And then yeah. We have 10 deuce off.
Definitely a bet.
Yeah, majority bet here with 10 deuce.
Yeah.
With like so much stuff here.
Okay, missed a little one, not a big deal. How much do you bet? 4 or 2?
I would bet 55% pot.
Okay.
So
I'd
3
bet-
point something.
Mm,
I'm not jamming here.
Yeah, this was like aggressive. But I figured something like this, I imagined could be a thing.
I don't know. I would just call with this kind of hand.
Yeah. for me
Yeah,
standard.
I think this might be all right.
But let's make. Do you want to see the chart? What it
I'm thinking
bluffs, what it three bets,
Uh,
UTG versus.
this is like, if we look at the chart here, it's gonna be chip EV and we're getting late in the game.
Yeah,
So I think,
but not that late.
well,
It's just beginning of in the month.
yeah, but
Right now.
this is like pure chip EV, right? So it's not gonna be a good
Mhm.
card for it, I think.
Okay. I think we're how deep is this? It's like 22.
And then even the chip EV doesn't wanna do it at all.
Yeah, but he does it. He does it with Queen, King, Jack, and King 10.
Yeah, but
With
never,
fault maybe King, Queen also.
never with like ace jack, right? Or king queen, right? And then king
But nines, eights, kind of similar hand.
is very
Right.
different, the very different hand class. And then like king jack a little bit, but even then majority call, right? King 10, 50-50. So yeah, I would never do that.
No. It's because you're against a 16%, very tight range.
Yeah, against CP, right?
Yeah, king queen has the unique property of it never gets a better king or better queen to fold.
What's up,
It's
Pete?
never gonna fold ace queen or ace king. Nope.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but he gets calls from worse. It's not a bluff.
what worst? What are you talking about, Pyrus? What worst hand?
Well, he can get he can get a call by king jack suited or something like these hands.
Think
Huh?
someone's gonna call king nine offsuit against that?
Well, of course not. But
Okay.
like some of the kings can call that are worse.
What?
Maybe a king like probably not, but like king jack at least I would say. Probably not king 10, but like it's
King
not a
jack?
bluff. I don't see king queen as a bluff. And
Would
it can
you
fold
call
some of
king
the ace
jack
X
there,
as well.
Pyrus? Would you call king?
Never.
So think of it this way. If he's calling king jack and he's also calling ace king, you're never actually winning because you're gonna run into a better hand as often as you're gonna run into a worse hand. He has to call with more worse hands than better hands in this spot. And like if he's folding like king nine suited, it's not really a great jam for value.
Exactly.
I would jam.
What do you think about it?
Chris, you're an animal.
This is good. This is very good. Late position versus late position, 4-bet bluff. You want a 4-bet bluff, a little bit of ace five suited sometimes. Ace queen off is great as well, but he needs to have the proper stats as well, right? So, but I like it. Overall, I think it's a very good move. This is okay.
Yep. Good ball.
Don't think this is a board where it gets sized up very much. Ace high, kind of a little bit dry. Flush draw. I think I would just like see that small here.
Isn't it also a board where we have to check quite a bit? I think the ace 6-7 is not. It's not
Maybe
a
we
range
call.
bet.
I would definitely range bet against the big line here.
Bob is right.
Do you guys disagree?
This is a triple barrel all day long.
Yeah, ace low low is gonna start with a race mid mid is gonna start with a size small c bet. Yeah, Chris, we're going broke this hand.
Triple barrel all in.
Peter, I think when it's connected, we size up. Maybe, let's see.
Yeah, range bet. There is some sizing out to your credit, so fine
Yeah,
sizing.
pretty frequently.
Like the double barrel thing as well.
Oh,
Would you raise if I was folding to you?
no.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, but there is a 5 big blind stack, so never.
Really?
Yeah. Because of, but even if it was everybody was 40, I
You wouldn't raise if everyone was 40, right?
no.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
open.
Got news for you.
Yeah.
It's a
Me-
4.
Yeah, it falls. I see the chart.
No, this is like the peak, right? But you look at wizard, it's mixing a lot more as well. And again, you're trying to steal. So what I think is when you're trying to attack, stealing the blinds, it's you need to find all the floors, right? Especially if you have an edge on your opponent. Definitely need to find all the floors here.
Yeah, but with the 5 big blind stack, you think this changes a lot that you don't want to do it,
No, I would try to steal it as well.
even though he has 5 big blinds?
Yes. It's gotta be a raise, right?
Yep.
I'm not crazy.
Ace 5 plus.
Be a shove. What do you think?
Uh, a little bit short, maybe. But I think I'm just raising there almost every
Yep.
time.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even I.
Uh,
You want to know an easy trick to remember that? Really, really easy trick. For offsuit aces, it goes button is 2, 5, 8, 9, 10. 2, 5, 8, 9, 10. Ace 2, ace 5, ace 8, ace 9, ace 10. They should move around.
Do you ever three bet here against under the gun?
No,
Fold,
7, 8 suited.
You don't?
fold, 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 fold.
But I
fold.
see that it could be a thing.
No jack, let's see.
Pretty cool.
Okay, well, 7, 6, 6, 5 will be a thing a little bit.
Figures. Hmm.
Okay, this is a good texture for a big bet.
Too much. Wow, you overbet. Oh, thank you. Very good.
Do you ever just flat here?
Never.
0%, huh?
With ice king.
Never.
Not enough short stacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it.
Pocket queens,
Mm-hmm.
pocket jacks. Majority
Yeah,
call.
but with the offsuit,
Yeah.
the suited, I would much rather go invert.
Yeah, no, it's the other way around.
Well,
That's the nice part about me,
ace
Louis.
king,
I'm
three-
colorblind. I only
Yeah,
see
yeah.
red.
You need to keep that in mind. I got this whole trick from Peter, flat call with queens here, sometimes. Even the church, you know, third of the time you need to find some calls there. If you're calling 0% of the time, you're inaccurate. You bet.
You ever play against a guy who's a tricky limper and limps kings from under the gun? This is the same strategy when you just flat like ace king and queens and stuff like that. It protects you from being squeezed and jammed on because you have some hands that are strong enough to call off and play for stacks.
Whenever you're on the button, you got the positional advantage, okay? So you can kind of like size down a little bit when you raise. Like you don't
It's
need,
opposite with
I
me.
see like you're deeper a little bit with this guy, so I see where you're coming from by sizing up. But it's not really a thing when you're from the button, because from the button you got the widest range, right? And that what that means is the wider your range is, the less raise size you wanna have. Okay, and then if you're like early position, then you have a much tighter range. Then maybe you can consider sizing up a little bit, you know. But
I think I've heard. I think Jonathan Jaffe said that, but it was like a few years ago. That from the bottom he like sizes up. That he
yeah,
recommends it, but I don't
It's
do
the
it.
other way
And I
around.
don't think like
it's the other way around.
probably all-
With the positional advantage here, you can size down. You can min raise or like make it 2.1 would be better.
with the 5 big blind stack. Maybe when I make it 3 or no. With 2, I don't. He doesn't have any fold equity neither, right?
Okay.
That's what.
Okay, Frank says you can size up on the button, but my understanding is that
You're saying size up to 2.5 when you are 80 big blinds deep.
Yeah.
So 2.5 is a size up.
Yeah.
How is it a size up from what?
He's Polish, isn't it? You should understand that.
What? I don't understand.
Oh, missing an open here. Oh no, okay, it's facing open. You could 3-bet sometimes maybe. Okay, so question for you. What would you do with Jack 8 suited there?
Probably flat. So deep.
Okay, what's your floor here for suited jacks and suited kings?
Yeah, Jack 8 probably seems right. And then
Mhm.
kings. King 9.
King 9?
Maybe King 8.
Okay, so what is it? This is cutoff versus small blind, 60 effective.
Suited kings.
King 3. King 4.
Wow.
Jack 8. Queen 8. King 7. King 5. So
I
a
wasn't
lot of flatting, even 5-4 suited, 8-6 suited, 9-7 suited.
Yeah, those lower ones I can see more because they won't be dominated
Yeah,
so much worse.
King 3. Oh. Is that a good fold? What do you guys think?
It's open.
Are you in it,
Open
Chris?
is better.
We should open it, right?
Under the gun.
If you rejam stack sub 12, this is gonna be okay.
Very close.
But the big blind is
Especially
12
the big.
blinds deep as well. Nice.
Yeah.
Could have scammed them both.
I would not call this one.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me. I remember. I didn't know what to do. But I figured that he might then call and it's a good post flop hand.
Oh, no. Against a jam, I don't think you're doing very good here. Also, like he jams into two like bigger stacks, then you still have this range to worry about, right? If you call here and he jams, you're such in a bad spot,
Yeah,
right? You're
yeah.
not even closing the action. And then you really just have Jack 10 suited. So I would just like always fold here.
How about Queen Jack suited? Like how far
I'm,
is it?
I'm also folding Queen Jack suited.
Queen suited.
King queen, I think I'm just playing.
You shove it or you call? Do you have some calls here?
I do. I think king queen suited is tough. I think I would rather shove king queen suited here. Yeah. But Jack 10 definitely not playing here. Big mistake, especially this deep in the game. Very big mistake. This one may be your second biggest mistake of the whole game.
What was the first one?
Pocket kings at the beginning.
But the big blind called a 3-bet, so he was a fish.
Yeah.
So I wanted to stack him.
You're overplaying. Oh my goodness.
Now I'm tilted.
This is very bad.
This is bad.
Yeah.
How is it bad?
King 8 off. Why would you jam here?
Why not?
It's king 8 off, man.
Well, you have to jam something, right?
No.
How is it?
You jam like an ace blocker here.
Well, I have a king blocker.
Yeah, it's king 8. You're blocking the floor of his opening. If he has like jack 8, 10 8, ace 8, king 8 suited.
I mean, cutoff shouldn't open queen 8, jack 8, 10 8. That's button range.
Offsuit, right?
All suited one.
Offsuit. Yeah, okay, suited one's clear.
You should have some kind of Mega Masters with king, probably. But I'm not like it's not king 8, but I'm not sure if it's like king 6 or if it's like king maybe king 5 suited or something like that. But not king 8, not king 8.
Yeah, that's also a very big mistake, I think.
Well,
to shove there.
show the chart. I mean,
Well, the chart is gonna be chip EV. So
okay, so maybe I do it at a lower frequency. I do it with less combos, but I don't see how this is bad.
shoving here, really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What is appealing to you here?
This guy opens leg position. He's short, so I'm attacking him
Yeah, that's not good.
with a offsuit blocker.
Yeah, that's really.
Yeah, but would he not open with aces?
He's
Yeah,
open.
He
you
opens
need
so
stronger-
many hands that
So I'm
crush him.
attacking
You need
king
stronger Mega
5
Master. You
and offsuit blocker.
need king 7 suited or king 8 suited. You need stronger Mega Master than this.
King 6 suited is shoving, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm looking at 20 big blind CPV in GTO Wizard.
What do you say?
I'm looking at 20 big blinds GPV on GTO Wizard, and there's king 7, king 8 suited jamming and jack 8 suited jamming
Yeah,
as Mega Masters. So those makes more sense.
okay, so I think we're about 100 left here. And then we have 17 big blind opening into
It's 18 big blind opening.
18 versus 34. Let's have a look.
Cutoff versus big blind. Oh, he has 80. Yes, 80.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
And then the big blind 30, 35, I guess.
Mm.
Is this an ICM solution, Bob?
Yes. That is ICM near
Yes,
bubble.
King 5, 8. But bubble, we are not on bubble.
Yeah, but you see, it's not a jam, bro.
This is not
And
a-
it's 7
The
What's
three
the
cutoff
number?
is 17. Oh, you can
Three
see it
bet.
here.
Okay, so what here you have? Ace 5.
Yeah, but ace 5 and king 8 off, bro. It's a word of fucking difference here. Okay. And then
Also, still you have like way bigger stack as well. Like it's still different because you won't be able to do this that much since you don't have that big of stack.
as I was telling you, okay, when you have a 3, a 4, a 5, or a deuce, okay, you don't block, like he's not opening, like he has a very, very few 5s in his hand, okay? Has a very few 4s, very few 3s, okay? So you're not blocking his folding range. When you have an 8 in your hand, You're blocking his full, the bottom of his range, right? Because he's opening Jack 8 suited, Queen 8 suited, King 8 suited. Okay, so that's all the bottom.
But wouldn't you want to focus on offsuit of his offsuit combos of what his bottom is and then construct the range this way because he has way more offsuit than suited.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
So it's more of the tens, right? Offsuit tens, nines.
You can think about that, but it's all like the suited ends. But let me show you a little bit further. At 30, 35, let's just make it 30 then. Okay, so we have cutoff.
Well, you can make the big blind whatever, right?
Let's
Because
see,
it doesn't matter.
let's see this one. Right, so cutoff raise. And the big blind. See, absolutely no offsuit kings are jamming. You need an ace blocker. It doesn't make sense to jam an 8 here. Then what I'm saying is, you see, ace 8, king 8, queen 8, jack 8, 10 8. You block his folds with your 8 in your hand. But he's never opening queen 5, jack 5, 10 5, 9 5. Okay, so if he's not opening those, then if you have one in your hand, it's like a brick, right? You're not blocking the folds from the 8x or 9x region, right? Because those he's gonna open to them, open to you, and then you attack him, and then he folds them.
Yeah.
So that's why you're like you're supposed to be like playing with those like king 5, king 4, queen 5, and then like ace 5, ace 4, ace 3. That's why you're very aggressive because you don't block the folds here. And you see the big difference between ace 5 and ace 8? That's where it comes from.
Yeah, but ace 8 jumps a little bit.
Yeah, but bro, you see this, like the 6, 7, and 8 are mostly just calls.
Yeah, okay, I see that the hand selection maybe
Yeah,
is not precise, but still I don't think that's like a significant mistake.
that's a huge
Well,
mistake.
an ace 8 jumps.
No.
So if an ace 8 jumps,
Bro,
how is jamming king 8?
That's a massive punt. That's your biggest punt of the tournament. Okay, you got no business jamming here at all. This one against two players, I see either call or three bet. I think both are fine.
Is this final table?
No.
Okay.
Like 500 players left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because this was
Is
a
it Sunday
5,000
Storm?
player field on a Sunday.
Okay.
Is it Sunday Storm?
Yes, I think so.
No, it's the prologue.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't king 9 a call?
My
It's
side
more
is
for a
up,
raise.
very close. Very close.
I think it is.
Could be. Very close though. Now you size
pot.
down, and this is a tricky flop, right? The heart could come in, the 10 could come in, the
There is a
ace.
straight already. Right.
Very
8,
rarely.
10.
Yeah, but
But he defends 8 10 offs, right?
yeah.
Has
Yeah, well, actually, he's supposed to defend 10-8. I think it's very borderline. 20 effective with ICM. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be defending. I would like to size up here a little bit. Like, I'm never betting one here, especially with the jack, because it's very likely like a tricky card is gonna come. Right now, I think most of the time you have the best hand, okay? But many cards are bad for you. Ace on the turn, heart on the turn, 10 on the turn, king on the turn, queen. Queen is good actually here, but I would size up here. Very close. I'm folding here every time. Yeah, this is not a good call at all.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Okay, good job. Okay. Ace 3, 25 effective. You guys raising that?
From earliest position, I would fold it.
Fold.
I'm
There's
not
a
sure which
eight big
which like how deep are we? I mean, I like ICM, but
Pretty deep, pretty deep. I think close to
yeah,
the all
okay,
200.
I would still open that, but it's
Like
borderline.
10% feel, more or less. And then a bunch of big stacks. Then 25, on button, cut off, jack, no jack.
It's an open.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
open.
solver open. In game fold.
25 here. Let's see. 25 to 28, maybe. So let's see. Kind of similar. Yeah. Are we? What's here? Yeah, every suited ace.
Okay.
Oh,
I would
Bigger.
probably size up here a little bit. You're very shallow, so there's not much sizing up. But the nature of your hand, like this is the number one hand I want to size up in your range a little bit.
Yeah. There's a straight on board, so
Still,
tough. It's pleated equity board. He's definitely going to have the offsuit straight here as well as lots of two pairs.
yeah. But I think like if you have ace 10, jacks, queens, you still size up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 2.5, something like this, but you know, half a big blind, whatever.
yeah, this was one of the biggest hands that I was thinking.
Yeah, king on the turn, check, and then whenever population takes that line, okay? Population is never balanced here. Never ever balanced. I would put him a minimum on a king, but I think most players here they have like two pair, minimum two pair, minimum a king, maybe a set.
I was also thinking that I check the back the turn, so I'm capped, and on a break, then he can like go hard at me.
Yeah, but that's not good at all. I want you to get rid of that reasoning very quickly from your game because it's the population has like the biggest leak here, okay? Whenever like you see like if the flush complete here, they do something like this. Brick completes here, they do something like this. Whenever you see this action, just don't even worry about it. Okay, just always fold.
Yeah, it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
To call it.
Yeah. Always fold because like people are very straightforward when they lead this big here. Okay. So just trust them. It feels bad, okay? But we need to just trust them and they're literally face up here. So it's minimum a king, probably some two pairs. And then, yeah.
What
then,
is it?
Then Frank says you should bet the turn as well. Which makes
I
sense.
really don't want to bet the turn. Really.
Well, it's a very good turn for imposition here.
Yeah, but he called the flop, and then I don't have top pair even. So I really hate, and there's a straight on board. So I really hate betting the turn.
Yeah, but definitely, I think like a king is very good for imposition.
Yeah, I understand. I love the key.
Yeah.
For position, but
Yeah.
with this combo, I would never bet.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider it for half a second
Mhm.
to bet it.
So
You wanna bet
honestly,
it?
I would size up from the flop. Okay, like Frank is saying, you don't have to be like scared of the straight. It's not because there's three to a straight or like one hand in the whole fucking 1,300 combos makes a straight here. You don't have to be always afraid of the straight.
But it's kind of a good board for the big blind, right? He has two pairs, suited two pairs, the straight is right there.
It's just like this is the spot where you want to size up, man.
Also, if he has two pair on the flop, I wouldn't be surprised if he raises there already or straight, because he is also a little bit afraid of a flush.
Yeah. Little check raise. What are you saying, Frank? How do I stack up? I don't even have top pair.
Yeah, you see, so this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like you bet big, jacks, queens, kings, and then ace 10, king 10.
How big does it bet?
4 big blinds into
Or
what is the pot here? The pot is like I don't see the sign of the pot here.
6.1.
Where did you see it?
On the left, right, on the left corner. Left corner part. Yeah, down, one down. Yeah, here.
So it's like 2/3, right? Four into six. And then you want to size up with the jacks. Jacks the hand that size up the most. Then your tens. And then if you think about his range, okay, like most people are gonna raise you right away with a straight here, and then a straight is what 16, 20 combos in the big blinds range, right?
No, 16.
16, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
12
Yeah,
offsuit,
60.
4 suited. So yeah, it's not that much to worry about at all. I wouldn't. I see that personally, and I don't automatically think, oh, he has a straight. I just want to size up with my tens, size up jacks, kings, queens, and then yeah, and then
yeah, I didn't know if I can even size up at all anything on a such a board so short, or even such a board in general.
yeah,
I didn't even know if this is a thing.
it's a good spot to size up because it's a very dynamic board, and then many turns are not like you're not gonna be able to bet your jack for an 8 rolls off, a 9 rolls off, a club, and then you don't have a club, right? You actually have it, so it's a little bit better, but yeah. So this one, so say you bet big, which you don't, but say you bet big, he calls, and then king of hearts. Calls, king of hearts. Then he checks. This is very bad for his range, right? And then you're just barreling again, like big with jacks, right? And then with most of your range, because this is you're checking here 20% of the time. I mean, 80% of the time you're betting. This is a great turn for you. All right, so you bet again. What is it betting for? Like 9.6. And then he's just like, he's gonna raise all of his kings and his stuff, and then 9-8 again. And say you raise, just calling off with jacks. I think like it's exploitative what you do facing a raise, right? So say you check back. And then, what is it?
Two of hearts.
Two of hearts. Check back, two of hearts. Now he's just, what is it? So there's a lot of like lead for like a huge size here.
See what he did. And unplug it and see what jacks do.
Yeah, you're supposed to raise all of them.
I wasn't thinking of that.
Yeah, but I think like population are way off balance here. They're never gonna pull that much bluffs in their range, right? They're never gonna do it with 5-4. Never gonna do it with most of those hands. I think when population does that, they're extremely straightforward. So yeah. Like double barrel the turn and then always fold to that bet. Yeah.
Right.
And then if you bet big on the flop, I think you would have never called. Raise. Call, okay. Bet. I think I'm folding here. What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, I'm folding as well.
I would just fold here. You just have a gut shot. You could be behind a king. It's tough to beat the 10. Italian cafe, eh? Look at this dude. Where is it? Where is it? Look at this dude. Ha! See that guy? Yeah. There's some rumors he was out there selling Fent. Right, pocket queens. Oh, bad flop. Ambitious call. We're back. Am I raising here? Button cutoff, hijack, low jack, very close, probably not. This one. Is that a shove? What do you guys think?
Yeah, seems like a good shove to me. Or limp. You could probably limp as well.
A little too low, like queen 10 for sure. Cuspy.
So shoving? Shoving seems good. Let's have a look. This one is 100 left, I guess, again. And we're the small blind. We have between 10 and 15. Hold it to us. 15, I said. 15. And then he has 25. 15. We have like 12, right? Yeah, 12, and then has like 25. 11, 21, pretty close. Let's see 11, 21. Small blind RF5. Yeah, jam, jam.
Lots of jamming.
So the way it will work, okay, is all the ace X, all the king X, and then when you have her, you have a deuce, a 3, or a 4, even a 5. You're blocking the folds from him, right? So you want to limp a little bit more with those, and then Like you can min raise like queen seven, jack seven, those kind of hands. Then queen eight, just too strong. Queen nine, too strong. 10-8, too strong. 10-7, too strong. So you just shove with those. All those. Ooh. Okay, little gift. No, what the hell? Should you raise into two covering stack? Probably not. Is this better as an open or as an open jam? What do you guys think? Button cutoff, hijack, low jack. 12 bigs effective, low jack.
Play a jam, I'd say.
What do you guys say? 12 effective, low jack.
Yeah, probably a jam.
I would probably, yeah, like generally the last three positions you're more jam oriented. The first three positions you're more min raise oriented. But this is a hand that benefits from jams.
Okay, so
It's
there's
just a
a
factor
short
of
stack, there's
how
two
often
short
you're going to
stacks.
run into a better hand.
This one has two short stacks, but the average is much shallower. Let's see this one. So low jack, yeah, just a jam. And let's see another one. If we go with this one, 13, maybe less, right? It's a bit too deep. No, still a jam. This block of hands just really want to jam. I think majority of the time, queen jack suited, right? King 10, queen 10, those hands are just jams here. Much easier to play. See that small, fold, sure. I think this is an open.
So on a deep run, you would open more of those suited aces than GBV.
Would you think it's folding at GBV here?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm just wondering if the ace blocker is more relevant.
Sure is.
Yeah, so I was thinking
Uh,
15 big blinds deep.
yeah, yeah. But I would definitely open here. What is it? 15, and then under the gun 1. That's 4, we're saying. That's 4, we'll end there. Again, it's 4, it's 5. So in most charts, I think it's a good one to play. I would never call here.
I did.
Right, so we 14, 15 effective from the big line.
I did, but I was confused about it.
Yeah. And then we have button cutoff, hijack, low jack, under the gun 1, hijack and cutoff. So 2 big stacks from hijack and under the gun 1. 40. 40, and then one shorty from the cutoff. Okay, so this is gonna be similar. So we have under the gun raise, a hijack call, cutoff call, doesn't have a calling range. So say you're just against two. Okay, we're gonna see what the big blind is supposed to do here. See, just against two players, it's a fold.
Maybe against 3 is a call or no?
It gets worse.
No.
Let's see another example. Hijack, hijack. Let's see this one against, say, under the gun 1. 38. We got the hijack calls. Again, the cutoff doesn't have a calling range at all. And then against just those two players, let's look at the big one. Queen 10 off is folding. Okay, so the higher your risk premium is, like the less you get to defend your big one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have never called here. I think so. Mistake.
But this guy wasn't under the gun as well. He was under the gun plus 1, right? Because it's 700.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Under the gun 1. But it's still gonna be the same thing again with against 3 players. Okay, so under the gun 1. Then big stack, big stack. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so say under the gun 1 opens. Cutoff call. Button doesn't have a calling range, right? But even against those two players, never calling queen 9.
Also, here 7-6 offsuit is a better call. 6-5 offsuit, 5-4,
Yes.
the small ones.
Yes, those are better because
You're not dominated.
yes. Okay, so yeah. Then at Chippy V, like the more player in the hand, you get better odds, but at ICM, it's the other way around. Oh, no. All in. Okay, you can take this one, but this one is bad news.
Yeah, this is the last hand, I think, right?
Oh, no.
I spoiled it.
Oh, no. 10. 10. 10. Oh, where's that 10 when you need it? All right.
GG's.
GG's. So pretty deep run on PokerStars. So we don't review very often on like PokerStar hands. So yeah,
That's good.
nice GG, nice little score.
Good session.
Yeah, it was fun. What would you guys give as an advice for Greg?
Sizings. Work on sizings. If nothing else, till you learn it, just go
See,
25 to 33%.
I kind of disagree with you, Chris, because like sure, like whenever he was shallow, okay, he made like sizing mistakes. Like it was like sizing up sometimes when it's like 10 or 20 big blind effective. But I thought he had some good sizings, like his over bets, blind v blind when it was deep. He found a couple of like nice big bets.
Okay. Well, early in the tournament, I saw some.
So to me, like overplaying a little bit with pocket kings on ace high board. That's one. Slow playing the turn a little bit too much on spots where
Yeah, that's the biggest one actually. The slow playing.
No, main one is pre-flop charts.
missing
He made
some
like
top opens.
a
Yeah,
decent amount of like pre-flop mistakes.
yeah,
Yep.
pre-flop a little bit.
Yep.
the biggest one, like the king eight off, to me, like, that's like a big deal, but, it's gonna be very easy to work on because, like GTO Lab, for example, we can set like a spot where you're just like drilling your big blind, big blind, big blind, big blind. So that's gonna be easy. That one, and then what else? What else can we say? Bet the value of your hand very often. Like if you have a strong value hand, you just play the value of your hand. What else can we say? Anything else you guys noticed?
The pocket jacks hand where he checked the turn and should have bet on the king. I mean, don't be afraid of some
That's a
overcards
tough
when they
spot,
don't.
honestly.
Would you bet the king?
It's tough. It's tough. Not easy, man.
But like, what are your instincts? Like, you're playing actually. Like, what do you do on the king?
To me, like when I see bet the flop and he calls, he's not floating with many kings, and the king is better for in position. But I agree with you, it's not an easy spot. So I would
And
probably.
it was a deep run, right? You're kind of shallow. I mean,
I can-
don't wanna
I can
lose
tell
a
you-
lot of money, right?
I can tell you,
Jacks.
I'm definitely not betting calling off the jam or something, anything crazy. But I think I'm double barreling, and I would definitely size up on the flop. So size up on the flop, double barrel, sure. But I think I would like make the, personally, I would bet small on the turn. I would just double barrel like smallest size and then fold to like and then, but the biggest blunder of that hand was the river lead. Because people are super straightforward with that river lead.
But the
find-
solver wanted to raise it.
Yeah, but like it's like you have to give and take like a little bit, but yeah. Oh, on this, I want to show you guys my lastest short. So if you haven't seen it, here it is. Wait, where's the sound?
That's it. But everyone will talk about risk premium. So whenever you put more money in the pot, your risk premium goes up. The higher the risk premium is for you, the less you need to defend your big line. And the lower your risk premium is, the more you can defend your big. And middle stacks are the most exploitative stacks because they don't want to go broke before the short stacks, especially near a big major. When you're a bigger stack on the final table, you can play a wider array of hands and then raise a little bit more. And then when you're a shorter stack on the final table, you have to be playing tighter so you can raise a little bit bigger free throw. With ICM, you want to bet with either very strong hands or with flops. And then you want to avoid betting for marginal main hands. Whenever two big stacks collide, everyone will gets an equity boost at the final table. What's up, everybody?
All right, that was it. So thanks a lot for joining, everybody. On this, we're gonna wrap it up. Have a good one.
Have a good one, everyone.
Happy Turkey Day.
Thank you. Have a good one.
And see you
Thanks.
guys
Bye
around.
bye.
Bye bye.